Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. C. I thought I'd take a little bit of time today to talk about the idea of feedback. You know that every now and then I'll hear something that's in the wind, and there seems to be an awful lot of focus on giving and receiving feedback, particularly in academia. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're sitting in front of your boss for your yearly review, you're going over a project for project management, you're going over a paper with a student, you're going over a capstone thesis, master's degree, particularly doctoral students, because the projects, the longer they get, the harder it is for my ego. So I want to be able to tell you and share some best practices that might make things a little bit easier. First and foremost, it's really easier on the ego if we can separate ourselves, the person, Doc C, lovely gal, lovely woman, from the giver of the feedback. This is very akin to don't shoot the messenger. I know that there is sometimes an easier way and a more professional way. Oftentimes when I give feedback, I want to prepare my receiver. Remember the sender-receiver relationship model, we need to have two people, the giver and the receiver. You need permission. I will often ask my students, I will often ask my subordinates, or even the people who are giving me the feedback to accept permission. So it will be a, how honest do you want me to be? Because the challenge we often have is sometimes we're not prepared and we have expectations that we did a wonderful job and the person on the other end maybe not so much. And it's both an art form, both to give and to receive. So I want to talk about the receiver because I know sometimes students get really upset with faculty, very emotional, very, sometimes even distraught and mad because they don't like what they're being told. And particularly at the doctoral level, our role as your chair, as your committee, as part of the review process, as an editor, I'm a professional editor, as you know, the challenge becomes is how do we tell you what isn't working right? For example, APA format, 90% of it's pretty much right or wrong. Either you have it or you don't. And most of the time in my feedback, I'll give you specific page numbers, DOI number, page 187, the level 3 headings, page 45. And these are things that you want to take the opportunity to be able to go back to the manual and study it because success is in the details. This is not close enough is good enough. This is you're going to be published someday, and so every little detail, every comma, every period, every anthropomorphism, every passive voice, every et al. In APA, it has to be flawless. So the challenge becomes when you see this paper they get back from your faculty, and it becomes very, very challenging to see all that red ink. I try not to use the color red because of its suggestion, but all of the, oh my gosh, I must suck. That's not the message we're giving you. If we can think of the feedback as a gift, as an opportunity for your chair to say, you know what, we're not above you, we're not below you, we're just ahead of you in the process. We have the ability to offer our wisdom of having been a chair or a faculty, or I have hundreds of students, I have thousands of editing contacts, I have many of my own personal graduates, I have over 40 publications. I'd like to think that with all of that experience, the 18 awards, the international bestsellers, all of these accolades that I have, that it's earned the right to be able to offer this feedback to you. But remember, you as the receiver have the right to refuse and the right to accept. And so I want to be able to look at that. I'm convinced that the secret to the doctoral process is perseverance and attitude. Most of that is looking at how do we receive feedback from whomever it is. Again, our chair, the IRB, our editor, our colleagues, the people we're going to school with, whomever it is. And it doesn't matter whether it's in the doctoral program or it's from your boss that you had a conversation over coffee or an official review. It's all the idea of attitude. It's all the idea of, are we seeing this as an opportunity to improve? Are we seeing this and hearing this as a, oh my God, I suck, there's something wrong with me? And it's all the glass is half full or the glass is half empty, but I don't like either of those extremes. For those of you who know me well, I'm not an in of the box or the out of the box kind of gal. If you're looking at a glass that's half full or half empty, you don't have to settle for that. The choice is fill the glass. Pretty simple, isn't it? Learn to accept this gift that's being offered to you with graciousness, with eloquence, with positivity, with a grateful heart to be able to say thank you so much for caring enough to be able to share this with me. And if you have difficulty accepting feedback, then maybe just admit to it. And sometimes it's tough. And that's why I always try to ask permission. If you're not in the right frame of mind, you could be given the Nobel Prize and you're not going to be in the right frame of mind to accept it. So let me take this opportunity to be able to give you pause for thought when you're looking at how do I receive feedback? Am I happy about it? Am I gracious? Am I condescending? Am I tolerant? Am I hateful? Am I upsetting? How you do that, it's about relationship building. And the point is it doesn't matter if it takes you 5 minutes or 5 years or 50 years to master something. We want to be able to have the ability to, are you going to be better today than you were yesterday? Most of us in faculty, most of us who are bosses, all we're expecting is that you're going to be better today than you were yesterday. Perfection, overrated, not possible. It's not about what happens that you do well sometimes. It's always what you don't do well and how you accept it. Those who, wow, I'm so very sorry, you're contrite, you're resourceful, you're trying to be able to embrace going, thank you so much for the opportunity. And I have some students that are absolutely amazing. It's such a pleasure to work with them because they see everything as a positive experience. If I, ding them on APA, or we talked about something that they didn't work in passive voice, or their writing is a difficulty with regard to clarity and conciseness, whatever it is we talk about, they're thrilled. And for some of you, that's tough going, how is somebody going to be thrilled when somebody's just kind of telling them always what they did wrong? I get that. Remember, I have my doctorate as well. I've written 40 books. I get edited all the time. I never edit my own work. I always have somebody else. And I know it can be hard in the ego if you take it personally. If you can separate Dr. C, the person, with Dr. C, the writer. And we separate that. Writing can always be better. It's an art form. It's never perfect 100%. But we want to get as best as we can be as we continue to improve. If you accept all of the feedback that's offered you from whomever the sender may be, and you do it with tact and diplomacy and gratitude and smiling and mindset, your whole area will change. Your whole writing style will change. Your whole psychology will change. Many students share with me often that frustration is part of the journey, and the answer is yes, it is. But I want you to be able to dig deep and really look inside to see how you both accept and you give feedback. Because I will guarantee you that the secret to long-term projects, be it a project management, be it publishing, be it writing a book, be it writing a dissertation, whatever it may be, it all comes down to the relationship that you have and your attitude with both giving and receiving. No, it's not easy, but it could be easier if we can simply take the time to realize that the sender is often giving it to us in a way with love and kindness to make us better. And if we can receive, a lot of this stress, a lot of this animosity, a lot of this frustration often goes away if we can know the motivation behind the person that's offering this. So know any of my students, any of my authors, any of the people that I work with on a regular basis understand that I can sometimes do better with giving you feedback, but know that the feedback is given with love and kindness to help you improve every step of the way. So I'm Dr. Cheryl Lentz. Have a wonderful day and smile as you look forward to receiving gifts from the universe that will absolutely help you move forward on your journey more positively. I'll see you in class. I'll see you around the quad. I'll see you in your next book. Take good care. Bye-bye.